Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Come On The Hoop Celtic. So I'm here to have a pre-match talk about the game at 3 o'clock against Aberdeen. Yeah, I do have the Ireland jersey on for the Six Nations as well. Happy Saturday as all. It's obviously been a mad week. You know, we're still getting to the grips that Lenny's gone, Kennedy's in charge on an interim basis until the end of the season. I don't know if you as many as have watched the two press conferences yesterday, Scott Brown and John Kennedy's. I have to say, Scott Brown's one broke my heart because the way he's talking that he wants to be obviously playing in some capacity next season at the club, but that's down to the club if they think that he's enough miles left in him that he's going to be still the man to steer us for success and rebuilding as a captain. So, or is he going to be a part of the coaching capacity, whoever is in charge next season? Time will tell. Hello to everyone that's watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So get the comments flowing. I'm going to go through the starting 11, doing a solo today. So Bain in goal, Oyer, Welch, Laxall, Kenny, Bruni, Turnbull, Christie, McGregor, Patrick Lamale, and Odson Edward up front. Strong team, very strong team. Quite confident that we can get something today, definitely, especially at home. We only played these two games ago. We got lucky to get a result of 1-0. David Turnbull scoring as well. So, yeah, let us know what this sounds like, folks. Let us know what it sounds like. Should be okay. Should be no problem there whatsoever. So get the comments coming in. See how everything is. I fancy us. I don't know. I just think there's obviously still errors there in the team. We obviously played last week up in Dingwall. The defence was absolutely shocking. That set piece. It's been Celtic all season with set piece goals. We've conceded more goals. It's just unreal. You just can't hold the fort when set pieces get flown into the box. Free kicks, crosses, everything just absolute shambles. So yeah, get the comments in. Massive hello to everyone that's watching from all over the place. If it's in Scotland, Ireland, Australia, everywhere. He's optimistic that John Kennedy can get results. His first game in charge against a good team, a good organised team like Aberdeen. They're coming off a good result against Kilmarnock. They beat last week 1-0. So we'll have to see how this plays on. It's a bit better. It's a bit brighter. That's the main thing. Just move that over a bit. So it's not too bad. Where are the comments? No comments coming in. I don't know what's going on, folks, because I need the comments coming in so I can actually talk about the game. But I think this could be a day for Paddy Clamale to bang one in. Obviously, he scored a nice goal compared to what we're looking at about 3 or 4 months ago at this rate. He obviously, the physique of him is good. Pace-wise, he's good. Hopefully, there's a good connection between him and Edward. I'm not really rushing into anything with Edward having a partnership with any player because I personally think he's going to be gone anyway in the summer. There we go. There's the comments coming through now. Do you think this is an audition for Kennedy as a permanent job? No. He said it yesterday. He doesn't can't see himself being at that position anyway. I think it's a very cheap option if we were going to go with Kennedy. I don't think it would be that suit for Celtic. I know he's been at the club a long time. He's been in certain positions at the club and all, but no, definitely not. I think a lot of Celtic fans would be unhappy if he was to get the job. You know, it's not showing character by the board that they're taking a rebuild the team serious. They're taking the ambition serious from the Celtic contingent, from the fans. You know, they're coming off a really disappointing season. I know it's not still finished yet, but we've nothing to play for. The only thing we have to play for is a bit of pride, win the last 2 Glasgow derbies, and that's it. So definitely not. I wouldn't be happy with myself. Hopefully we see something different today. I don't really think we will see something different, to be honest with you, because it's the same coaching staff. The only difference is Lennon's gone, McManus is being appointed as a first team coach. That's the only difference there. It's still the same players. There hasn't been a transfer window between this change of manager because we're in February. So it's not like a new manager that's coming in and is going to hit the ground running. So there's not going to be that much of a change. 2-0, Kevin. Could be 2-0. Hopefully it is a 2-0. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, I really appreciate if you could actually subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know, it would be good. I am not playing any music tonight, David. Not tonight. I have a friend's birthday, so I'll be Zoom calling that. So no way. Kennedy needs a big manager to come in and sort things out. Exactly. Completely agree with you. Everyone, hello on Facebook. Hell, Jim Miller from Greenock. Hope you're doing well. How's it going? It's great to see Sarah in. As I said, give it a share, folks. Give it a share. I know if you're in an rugby jersey on, but you know, I'm playing the Six Nations. I'm not watching the game, but we're going to talk about Eddie Howe anyway. It's all flat talk at the moment. It's still the same speculation that he's one of the favourites to get the job. If you want to take it serious, you should be approaching him. Come out and say, look, tell Kennedy straight away that this manager's coming in. Hopefully Lowell doesn't keep, as his last dice, keeps Kennedy on next season, you know. We need Dominic McCoy to come in, stamp authority, get a director of football in, get a good manager, good winning pedigree. Ireland and Italy 3 also far, not bad. Strong lineup, wanted Griff starting, but you know what? Griff could feature today. He could come on, you know, he's on the bench as well. You know, you never know. He could change at half time and bring the two boys on. Depends how the game's going. Aberdeen will cause us threats, you know. Any team that wins a free kick 20 yards outside the box, you fancy that chance against Celtic. Any team. And Aberdeen have a good pedigree. So I'm going to go through the Aberdeen team and see obviously the players that we go for. A second now. So losing goal, Holman, Constantine, McGinn, Taylor, Johnny Hayes is starting, McNeenan, Ferguson starting, Canberry starting, Campbell and McCrory. So you have a couple of former Rangers players in there. Obviously Noel McGinn that played for us, Johnny Hayes that played for us. You know, it's the situation. McGeocht, former Celtic winger, is on the bench, midfielder, winger, whatever you want to call him, Liam McGeocht. Martinez and Maloney. What I've seen in the last couple of days since Lennon's gone, a lot of people are fancying this Maloney and Martinez duo. His missus is not happy in Belgium, so it could happen. Now she's from Motherwell. She could put a word in, and there's pictures of Martinez being at Celtic Park back in the past when there were fans in. So yeah, I put one up the other day on the page. Can't lose any points today, as it means that you wrap up things before we play again. 4-1 today, 2 for Paddy. Are people optimistic that Paddy Kilmarnock can make a difference and get a double today? Just getting the comments below there as well. Eddie Howe would be my pick. Just want an opinion, as you said. Lowell wants to do one last impact. That's it. You want to leave the job with a bang. And if you can attract a marquee manager like the likes of Martinez or Rafa Benitez or an Eddie Howe, even a Raf Rennick, I think a lot of Celtic fans can accept that, because it'd be sad. Like I was watching Brownie's interview yesterday, it'd be sad that if Brownie does leave at the end of the season, it's not the greatest farewell you can imagine, because I think he deserves a farewell to fans at the stadium. So I'm hoping Brownie stays on some capacity next season, because I love Scott Brown. You can see what he's broken. He's broken on Neil Lennon gone. But at the same time, it was a case that was just all put on for the cameras. Is all put on because he was held for ransom when the scenes are bad a couple of months, about 3 or 4 months ago against Ross County in that interview. So the Scottish Cup won't happen. I won't even think about the Scottish Cup. It's just the league, and that's it. The Scottish Cup won't happen. There's too many lower tier teams in it, so I wouldn't even consider the Scottish Cup. Just put that in the back of your mind. It'll happen next season. See, cheers. No, you're certainly welcome, Jen. I think Rogers is injured, to be honest, I won't be starting Rogers as well. It's too what I as you've learned or what happened to England. It's no point keep starting all these attacking midfielders. They're all going to have a similar play, and hopefully the diamond will be productive today. If not, you can change around with Mohamed and Nusi on the bench that can come on make a difference. Who else is on the bench here? Sorrow, Young Henderson, Montgomery, Anthony Ralston. Duffy's on the bench, folks. Not a lot of people are like, oof. Which look, Duffy's had to come off a tough week, considering the abuse he got from that one particular fan from the north. Like this guy, pathetic attitude. Do you think Dermot Desmond already has the man in for next season, or is the case? Let's see how it goes. John does well. I think they have plans that they're going to get someone in. They're obviously looking at social media, looking at the fans at the stadium, and then renewal points coming up soon. I could see them obviously getting someone in. They need to get the cash flow in for next season somehow. If the fans are not in the stadium, so if they're going to attract a good manager, they'll get some fans back on the side, because a lot of fans are annoyed, they're pissed off. Like, they're very disappointed the way it's gone. It's not just even it's not just the results. It's just the communication between Celtic fans and the board this season. Like there's been no, like Neil Lennon should have had, like when he resigned, it should have been like a video saying, look, thanks very much for his moments, and like, I know I haven't done the best this season, and I wish the fans the very best. Like that would have been a bit of character in leaving. How's it going, Red Scotland? Interesting lineup, Keith. It is an interesting lineup. As I said, Polish Paddy's in there. Welch, hopefully he has a good game. He's been solid with Oyer. Laxall, just hope he doesn't give away stupid free kicks, because Laxall has been notorious for it. Like, he's good pushing it forward, and he did have a few chances against Ross County, but everyone had a few chances against Ross County. Couldn't finish that dinner in that game. That's how bad it was. Okay, I to be honest with you, I think I think he's not even near. Like Paolo Di Canio, it's a pathetic suggestion to anyone that would mention him as a manager. He's not good enough. He hasn't done enough in the game as a manager to even be considered for Celtic job. Definitely not. I'd rather take Jack Ross. I would never take Paolo Di Canio at Celtic. Not a chance. Ireland 10-3 against Italy. Good stuff. As I said, I'm one of these blow-in Six Nation fans, World Cup fans. I don't really care about rugby whatsoever. Laxall's like a left midfielder. I agree. Yeah, he's not real good defensive-minded player. So definitely, yeah. Just blocking the clutter here on YouTube. Blocking the clutter. So keep the comments going. We have a half an hour before kick-off. I'm going to be back on after with Liam. We're going to have a chat. And then tonight, as I said, I won't be on Facebook tonight, folks. So Facebook tunes, Saturday Night Fever won't be happening. Have stuff to attend. Hope another loss today for you lot. Oh Jesus, Lauren. All I can say to yourself is maybe you're gonna have a bit of banter, but like going on the Celtic page, that's just simply deluded. Have faith in Klamala, Polish work. Hopefully, as I said, he was a year since he's been in at the club, and you can see him. He has buffed himself up. He's just a lot of the fans, a lot of the team. But obviously, you had faith in Edward there. Edward's class. You're not going to compete with the likes of us and Edwards to try to win a place in the team. And then Lee's been hot and cold, and then he hasn't settled. Reports that he's been living in a hotel and stuff like that, So, yeah, definitely. See what happens. What's happening with Barkas? There's been reports that Barkas might be going back to Greece anyway. There's been a lot of reports, that he could be going back to Greece. I'd say it could be a loan move if whoever wants to get him in the Greek league. I think it's been an absolute shambles for recruitment for a goalkeeper, and then we got from a stature like Fraser Foster to a lad called Barkas now. Okay, I had high hopes about Barkas. Thought he was going to come in and make a difference in the goals, but changing it around all season has been shocking. You can see him going off, and it's sad. The case that he's not settled as well with this pandemic. No, he's not. He's not good enough. It's not good enough for the Celtic job. Simple as that. Why should we go on a lad that had a legacy? That's what we learned from last night, Neil. Why should we go on a Celtic relations stuff? Larson, no, definitely not. I pick Sean Maloney over Henrik Larsson. I know, like, Larsson is obviously Ronald Koeman's second man in charge of Barcelona, massive club, but no, definitely not. No one go near Henrik Larsson. We have a fan base that are very touchy when things go wrong, and they don't have. Some fans don't have faith in people when things go wrong. A couple of bad results that are scarred for the rest of the season, and it's hard to win them over. So, no, definitely wouldn't go for Henrik Larsson. As I said, he hasn't done enough in managerial experience to get the job. I think a lot of people are coming on saying Polish Paddy. Yeah, could be happening there. How's it going, Red Scotland? Glasgow forever green and white. Liquidation deniers are clutching at their straws with their survival life. Yeah, leave them do it. That's regards to John Kennedy, like, he's there till the end of the season. We need to stop being so negative about him. Just let him get on and do his job. You know, we let him do it. He might win 8 out of 8. He does it. Still not good enough for the Celtic job anyway. So all we have to do is we have to respect who's in the job at the moment, and that's what has killed us. Being too much negativity between fans, and I don't understand. Everybody's entitled to voice their opinion on how this has all gone wrong, and to be furious and obviously paying hundreds of quids to watch a streaming service and not getting our arse served by the likes of St. Mirren and teams like that. But we just have to respect. You just get on with it. It's like if you've 8 games left, just go out there, nothing to lose, just keep pushing, attack teams, change the style of football around. As you said, a bit of twerking teams. So what he means by that, like so Klamala coming in today. So yeah. Zoom out the block on today that's going on here. I agree with you. The facts, we should never have to apologise for the boy. Get Gordon Strachan in to move forward. I don't think Gordon Strachan will come back to Celtic. I know he's obviously doing a bit punditry work at the moment for Celtic TV, but I can't see it happen. Don't want Larsson in at all. All I want is someone that had without a connection. That's it. We need to bring someone in without a Celtic connection. Actually has a proven CV. No, it's just, it means that new ideas, new approach, and then once they can feel that atmosphere of 60,000 fans in the stadium and motivate them, plus they'll get a good welcome. Party. It's a big name. Look what happened with Brendan. Brendan came in, he opened one of the stands up. I seen a comment there today from one of the boys saying, I call him this and I call him that, and now I understand why Brendan Rodgers left Celtic. He left Celtic because he didn't get the ball. He was promised a lot of things by the club. He never got the authority to go out and buy who he wanted to get a decent price. Yeah, he got Sinclair and the likes of Colo Torre and stuff like that, but he didn't really get, like, the likes of Marvin Compere wasn't his recruitment. Hendry wasn't his recruitment. That's it. Brendan was a cracking manager, and I know that it was the circumstances. It was literally touching on 2 years anniversary of the result against Hearts when Lennon came in, took the team to Tynecastle. James Forrest scored for us. They scored a penalty, and then Bromley laid Edward on for it. Was the last couple of minutes of the game. Craig Levine's face was priceless, absolutely priceless. So if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook or Twitter, really appreciate if you could go on and give the page a subscribe. If you're on the YouTube channel now, a thumbs up would be great. I think we should look at get the Loney's back. If I was holding the purse strings, break the back. for McGinn. We should have broke the bank, yeah, for John McGinn at the time. I know it's one of Celtic's biggest regrets. It's one of the board's biggest regrets, and this what if maybe stuff we need to move on from the what if maybe, because the reality is he was holding off for a move to Celtic. Celtic tried to stall the move a couple of times, and that's what happened. Like Villa came in and got him. He's done well. Obviously, he was one of Villa's most top players in the Championship season. He got promoted, and he's done well last season for them, keeping them up as well. So yeah, Marvin Comper is a legend. I would take him back as a manager any day of the week. At least he's won more medals than Rangers. That's the main thing. Hail from Dunleary, Keats. How's it going, Jared? Hope you're doing well over in the sunny south side of Dublin. Hope you're keeping well. Trying this tough times. Oh, Ian, I've done nothing wrong. That's insane. Brendan Rodgers said the other day in his press conference when he was asked about Neil Lennon, and he said that the Celtic board need to really show character, the famous word character, show character, get a director of football hired so they can build a relationship. So it's not going from a CEO straight to a manager. We need a man in the middle. We need a man that can go out and start talking to these players, potential targets, will you let the likes of Dominic McCoy get on with the financial side of it, and make things much easier as well for the club. That's it. Like Brendan won trebles, and there was no ambition from the club to go out and strengthen. Even in that the last window, we went out and got Tim Awea on loan, Ollie Burke on loan. Like loan moves, it's not working for Celtic. Hasn't worked. We should have got Paddy Roberts on the permanent when the chance was offered. We could have got Paddy Roberts from City for $8 million that time, the last time. So I think Celtic need to really move away from Malone strategy of it, and that's down to Dominic McCoy when he comes in. Can he shift players off and stop going for loan stuff? I know they're saying, but if it doesn't really work out, it's easy enough to go back there. And I know Celtic will be used as a club as well for players in like the English Premier League or the clubs that want to send them to Celtic as a stepping stone for the development of football. But we need it. This is going to be a long-term project. You need players that are going to play for sure, that are going to be winners as well. I can see them being a crucial asset to Celtic, where we can sell them for a few bucks as well. So we need to move away from that. Desmond has to say to the board, we need to bring this guy in and he has full control of his contract. Exactly. And that's where we've learned. I think with Neil Lennon, the club got away with more with Neil Lennon because he was a Celtic fan. He obviously knew the structure of the club from previous time. And I don't think Neil Lennon got the type of players he wanted to get. We should find out in the near future. Jim, how's it going? That is absolutely disgusting, Jim. You should be discreet. You should be absolutely. You know what? When I leave it to it, I would love to see Roy Keane put manners on these boys. Roy Keane's been talked already about the Celtic job, and he's came out and said that he's not interested. He doesn't like the way that the structure of the interviewing is, and I don't think Roy Keane would get that control as well. That's it. Owen Entertainer at Scotland. So everyone that's watching on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, really appreciate it. I'll be back on after the game anyway. I will be leaving around 5 to 3. Go down and get a big cup of tea, cup of brownie 9 in a row. So keep the comments flowing. So if you are on YouTube, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Same with Facebook. You can give it a thumbs up there on Facebook. We don't get many on Twitter, so we'll see what the situation is. Twitter is not really a platform we don't really concentrate on anyway, but it's there anyway. Depends on the background staff, yeah. That's what I ask you. Would you take Scott Brown in any capacity as a background staff coach next season? would you take Scott Brown as a man that could be in there, as like a Gavin Strachan replacement? Because I'm telling you, a lot of people would like to see Scott Brown in there than rather Gavin Strachan with his 50 laptops. I know there's a couple of channels on at the moment that do their half an hour pre-match stuff, and I just have to decide, if I have the time to do it, I'll pop on and have a chat with you and get on. I won't sit here through 2 hours of the game and tell you what's going on with the game, because it's not my thing. Learn the ropes, Keith. That's it. Gotta learn the ropes. Bruni does need to get going and learn the ropes. He has some coaching badges already. He talked about it yesterday in his press conference. So he's learned it from the experience of working with Gordon Strachan. I know this sounds stupid, but every manager you work with, they all have different ideas. You probably laugh at this, but he probably learned something from Mowbray. Mowbray gave him the captaincy. You have to remember that as well before he left. Mowbray gave him the captaincy. I know Lennon kept him on full-time captaincy. Ronnie, Brendan, Neil. So there is a wealth of experience there for Scott Brown, what he's learned over the game. And obviously with the Scotland squad as well, he's worked with the likes of Walter Smith. I don't know, was it Steve Clark? I forget about all these Scotland managers. Gordon Strachan. Who else would Scott Brown would have worked with in the Scotland form? I'm going to have to look at the Scotland managers. Jesus. Bertie Votes would have been a part of that as well. Yeah. Let's see. Alex McLeish, he didn't get on well with Alex McLeish. Malky McCoy, one whole game. Craig Levine, he worked under George Borley as well. Some awful names in there. Seriously, some awful names. That's why we should get Roy Boy. I don't know. I don't honestly think Roy Keane's done enough in the game as the managerial side of it. He hasn't done enough. Like, player-wise, phenomenal. Roy Keane, one of the best midfielders to ever play the game. The character, unbelievable. But managerial experience, Sunderland, promotion, Ipswich, struggled with Ipswich. He was there for 2 or 3 years. Absolute shambles. Worked with Martin O'Neill in the Ireland squad. Fair enough to qualify for Euro 2016. That was really it. Like, unfortunate to lose out the World Cup playoff. Got hammered by a good Dane team. So, Aaron, how are you getting on? Get Rafa in. Love to see Rafa come in. No, Rafa's obviously taking a lot of money from playing in managing the Chinese Super League. Playing, you might as well play in that league. It's a league, brute league anyway. So, yeah. Brian Clough, Alex Ferguson, etc. I know, but like, this is crazy. Jeez, that's something I never knew. There's a little something new to the head today. I never knew Matt Busby was in charge of the Scottish team for 2 games. Little fact there. I don't know if Wikipedia is correct on that, but Matt Busby, the great Matt Busby, managed Scotland in 1958 for 2 games. I know, obviously Jock Stein. No, apologies. Wait. Yeah. Stuff. How's it going, Steph? Celtic, Keane, when he came to Celtic, so he could put on his CV. I think it was a Dermot Desmond stunt to get the short sold, and that's the truth. Keane claimed his knees were gone. That's why we got 6 months out of him. Now, Robbie Keane, that was a different type of move. Robbie Keane actually played well for the short. He done a good job when he was up here. He knew we were never going to get Robbie Keane on the Premier deal when he went back to Tottenham from Liverpool. was just experience to get him a bit of game time. I loved Robbie at Celtic. Thought Robbie was really good. I didn't watch the interview with I still have to watch the full Al Jazeera documentary as well on the best fans in the world. So I have to I only watched the first 5 minutes. So I'll get around to watching that. Hopefully tomorrow. Be good. So what score are we going for, folks? I'm gonna jump off now in 5 minutes anyway. What score are we going for? Get the comments in, get a like in, get a thumbs down, whatever you're up to. Give the page a like. Score predictions, I'm going to fancy 3-2 Celtic. 3-2. Still think Aberdeen have a lot of threat there. We're still not 100% confident at the back when it comes to set pieces. Goals, I can see David Turnbull getting one. I can see Edward getting one. And I can see Polish Paddy getting one today. So I'm going to go with 3-2 teams. 3-2. Johnny Hayes against Celtic, will not be surprised. Will not be surprised whatsoever. 7-6 Celtic. Anything can happen this season. True, Sarah. I wouldn't write it off. You know, there was a good game we played against Aberdeen in the 2012-13 season. It was 4-3, and then we beat Aberdeen one season 9-0. So there's been crazy things that could happen. Hat trick for Gavin's laptop. That's it. Well, Red Scotland, thank you very much for watching. As I said, folks, I'll be getting off in the next 5 minutes. Get the kettle on. Get the game in. It's on Celtic TV if anyone wants to know as well. It is on Celtic TV, so if he's not on Celtic TV, I don't know where he's going to watch it because I don't know how I wouldn't recommend illegal streaming, so it's not my not my place to say that. 2-0 Celtic, Paul. Where's the goals coming from? Where is the goals coming from? Is it coming from a midfield of Christie, McGregor, Turnbull? Hopefully we can see Sorrow featuring today as well. Hopefully Sorrow gets even a half an hour, 40 minutes in the second half. Be good. You know, Sorrow's, we've seen what he was like against Aberdeen. The last game we played them 2 weeks ago, really good, really composed on the ball, picking the pass as well. Got stuck into headers as well. Even though he was a small guy, he was stuck in. So yeah, we'll have to see. Have a good one, Keith. Same to yourself, Jared. You know, as I said, I hope you all enjoyed the game. Hopefully it's a positive result. Hopefully I'm not coming back on at 5 o'clock and having a moan about it. We'll be coming back on, folks. Myself and Lee will be coming back on to chat about the game. So hopefully it's a good Saturday, good start to the weekend. By the way, I have Amino Izagirre in the back of that jersey if anyone's wondering. And Izagirre broke his leg against Aberdeen back in the 2011-12 season. It was about the start of the season. So I had to go out and get Izagirre in the back. Well, Emilio, number 3 in the back of it. What a baller. He was such a good baller. Izagirre. Good service, man. He loved Celtic. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there, folks. Thank you very much for popping on, folks. It's a bit different. The solo show is always different than having a duet show. But thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Speak to us all full time. Hell. Take care.